why men are so bad at communicating. So there seems to be this common belief within women in our society that men just are terrible at communicating and that this is one of the biggest relationship issues. However, I would argue that women are equally bad at communicating. It's just that there seems to be this belief that because we communicate different, that that's better. Big issue is that men and women have very different ways of communicating, of understanding, and also very different relationship needs. So it's actually not effective at all to learn some sort of like standardized way to communicate, because men will respond best if you use a way that directly speaks to their relationship needs. Man's most important relationship needs is, what does it tell me? I've said it 1,000 times. It is respect. So when we are communicating in disrespectful ways, a man will feel repelled, like he doesn't want to be close to us. He will want to protect himself, and he'll essentially push you away. And then very often when you're communicating with him, he's going to be rude, or want to avoid you. He doesn't want to speak about the topic, or he's going to start arguing with you, being super defensive, being unfair, all that kind of stuff. So feminine communication actually turns this around, and when you apply this, you will realize that your man is actually quite good at communicating, but very often you did not give him a chance. Not to say, of course, that there's many men as women that are just have very low emotional intelligence, and totally understandable, right? You have to definitely discern really well if they are worth even, putting a lot of effort into. However, if you determine that your man is worth putting into effort, I'd encourage you to learn feminine communication, which is very much based on us sharing our feelings instead of our thoughts, and asking questions instead of making statements. So essentially what that does to a man, instead of telling him this and this doesn't work for me, this is really bad, I hate it, if you tell him instead, look, can we talk about something? I feel really sad in this moment. Since the last week, I feel that we're not spending much time together. I feel disconnected. I feel quite lonely. I'm not sure what to do about this. It makes me feel just quite, hurt. That's the statement you're making. So you're asking questions, you're talking about direct feelings, and you are really sharing your perspective. You're not blaming, you're not telling him it's his fault, you're not accusing him of not loving you. You are staying in a vulnerable, feminine space. And what then often happens, and maybe it takes a while until a man sort of like trusts that you don't turn again into like kind of like a really angry woman, because that's what men are afraid of, even if they don't want to admit it, is that he will start really hearing you, and he will want to help you solve the problem. Because it's not true that men don't want to hear your feelings. It's not true that men are better communicating. It's just that if we present information in a way that men perceive as an attack, they will not want to help you, because A, they perceive you as an enemy, they don't want to help the enemy, and B, they perceive you as a man, and they're not going to be very compassionate with another man, because that's not the way men communicate amongst themselves. So you have to make him on a very deep subconscious level feel that you are actually a woman, and then he will react very differently. And then suddenly you will understand, and you will make the experience that he's very good at communicating. Suddenly he's going to be sweet and kind and understanding. He's going to want to make your life better. He's going to want to support you. That's the power of feminine communication. If you want to learn more, check out my new online course called Cherished Woman, where I go into detail for that. The link is just below. Wonderful. So it was wonderful having you this week. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comments below. And I hope to see you soon again. All the best. Bye bye.